Hello everybody, welcome to another Junk Journal with me video. This time I'm starting off with something a little different in that I'm starting off showing you like a little product share haul kind of thing from Ellen Oscar Journals, who is on Etsy, YouTube and Instagram, and I will leave all of her links in the description box. She contacted me asking if she could send me some of the bits from her shop, and of course I said yes please. Now she didn't ask me to share a video or share any posts or anything like that, but I really wanted to because I genuinely thought her products were so pretty and so lovely. So I started off, there was some tags I showed you at the beginning there. They're all like stitched and they're kind of sort of decoupage. They're like a beautiful thick quality. Some have like buttons on and they're really pretty. Then there were those sort of long envelopes made of comic pages. Again, I just love those. These envelopes here, those, I recognize that paper instantly. It's the what is it called? I've totally blanked. Oh yeah, it's the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady by Edith Holden. I know that because I have it for my own shop. It goes in my junk journal kits. Anyway, and in this last little package here is a mix of little tags like this, and they've got beautiful stitched edges and the way they're collaged. Some have little like tuck spots and pockets and things. It's an envelope there. I really like that envelope with the collage and stitched effect on there. So beautiful. One here with a little tuck spot. Aren't they so pretty? And finally this map envelope. I realise it looks like I'm looking for things in the envelopes. I wasn't looking for things, I was just showing you that they were envelopes with lots of space inside or whatever. So I'm going to start off a spread using all these beautiful bits, and because I like to use everything, I'm going to use that really pretty tissue paper that she sent the items in, and even the washi tape that was used to you know, seal it, because I really like that washi tape, like it's like a vintage ruler or something. So really carefully peeling that off the tissue paper so I can reuse it. I'm just putting that on this little pocket that is stitched into my journal, and then I'm just going to rip a couple of bits of the tissue paper and sort of decoupage them onto the page. But I wanted to just add some washi at the top and side, just to, I don't know, just so there would be something behind the tissue paper and that the spaces next to it wouldn't just look so sort of blank and blocky and stuff, and it just looks nicely collaged. And then I thought it would look nice if I ripped another bit. I was going to do it on the other page and then decided to just put it on the same page just there. The way I kind of glue these down is, obviously it's hard when they're a ripped shape like that, it's hard to know where exactly to put the glue, but it's hard to put it straight down onto something like tissue paper or a napkin because it kind of bunches up under your glue stick or whatever. So I kind of just slap it down and then figure out where it's not glued and glue underneath, like so. And then I was just using a random sticker from my shop stash to fill in the blanks. So I'm going to start off using this little stitched card that has the little sort of pocket or tuck spot in to put the little note that she sent me, but I wanted just something behind it, so when you pulled it out it was, you know, interesting behind. So I just took this really big vellum flower sticker and cut it in half because there's no point in putting the whole sticker in there when you only see half of it, and just popped that in there. And then it just needed something behind it on the area where there wasn't the tissue paper, and I've grabbed Distress Oxide in weathered wood and just coloured that area just so it's not, you know, a boring white space behind. I'm just going to readjust the washi on the pocket there so I could stick down the other half of that sticker, because I knew if I just didn't use it this time I would forget to use it in future, so I might as well just use it then and there. And then just using some slim washi to fill in those little blanks between the sticker and the washi that just looked a bit, you know, like trapped space, that just wasn't very attractive. Here, this is, I made a card recently which had some embossed flowers on that I coloured with alcohol markers, and I did a test on some paper and the test didn't go so well, but I thought I would keep it for junk journaling, and I've just ripped that up really close to the flowers to make it the same size as that little card, stapled it to that, and then I'm just stamping on the date with just my date roller stamp, and the ink was Stays On ink in Timber Brown. And then I really wanted to use one of those Edith Holden papers envelopes because they're just so very pretty. Oh, also I wanted to include something from what she sent me, just that was I didn't do anything to it. I just wanted one that was on its own in exactly the way she sent it to me, so I just chose one of those really beautiful tags and popped it behind the note she sent me, so just that it's there and I can look at it and see what it's like before I attack it with stickers and ink and things like that. So for the opposite page, I knew I was going to use one of those Edith Holden envelopes and do some journaling and put it in the envelope and do it as a tip-in. So I just needed something to do on that page which just was kind of pretty in general. So I've just layered up some washi, and I've ripped that flower from like a botanical book that I have, gone around the edges in ink so it just has that nice distressed edge sort of thing, and stuck that down. For my journaling, this paper is like some really old, it's probably not vintage, it might be retro writing paper. It's the most beautiful texture, honestly. It does have a brand name, but I can't remember what it is. But I used my what's it called, decal edge ruler to rip the edges because it was slightly wider than the envelope. Wrote some journaling on there, which I'm keeping private, so I haven't really shown you. That popped in the envelope, and I'm tipping it in with that washi tape, which is, some of you might remember years ago, the Range and the Works had a collection that was called something Bloom. Oh, what was it called? Oh, I remember, it was the Bronte Charm. I just loved it so much, and I bought the washi from the Works. This is years ago, as I said, and I knew from experience that once it was gone, and I would never find it again. So I bought like 5 packets of the washi. Most of them I gave away in Happy Mail and stuff, and I've got one spare after this one. But anyway, it's just a random story about that washi tape that I used to tip in the envelope because it is so pretty, and it's kind of same kind of, well, it matches the Edith Holden stuff really nicely. I did a little collage of scraps of paper and stuff just to put on top of the envelope, just to add, you know, a little something else. And then I'm doing another little collage here to put on that little, the back of that little pocket that's bound into my journal. It's just a sticker from Shop Stash. I had a phrase sticker that I cut up and just added little bits and pieces. The ink I used around the edge was aged mahogany, and I'm just finishing off here with some splatters in Distress Spray Stain in Tarnished Brass. So the second spread I do in this video is very different. It is very Halloweeny. I thought this is Halloween week and I should do something Halloweeny. So these picture frames here, they are those ones that when you move them around you get a different image. So this one was like a pretty Victorian lady, and then you move it and she's a skull. I love anything like that. And I bought them from Poundland last year, in case you're wondering. They may have done them again this year, but I didn't see them. But as I was looking at it, I realised that I just wanted the image. I didn't want that massive frame, and also it would be really thick to put in my journal that way. So I grabbed one of the other ones. It came in a pack of 4, like my least favourite of the images, and tested to see if I could get it out of the frame without damaging it too much, and I could. So that's what I did with the Victorian lady. There are a couple of like sticky bits on the front of it and some ripped paper and stuff from the back where it was glued into that frame, but I'm going to cover up the back, and the stuff on the front, I mean, I'm going to put stickers over some of it, but also it kind of adds to the whole vintagey distress feel anyway, so it works really for a junk journal. Here I'm decoupaging these images from that Halloween napkin on. I bought an entire pack of these from Asda last year at Halloween time, and I've used like 4 of them, so I feel like these Halloween napkins are going to last me the rest of my life, like every Halloween if I use a couple every year. So I cut apart different words. The skull and the Happy Halloween, I just didn't like the way they are on that napkin in that angle, so I just separated those, and then I'm just, as I said, decoupaging those straight on, and then using some spider web washi just to fill in some blank spaces and just make it look a bit more interesting and stuff. And then little leftovers of that napkin, which is just like the white with the black distress splatters, I'm just decoupaging onto the other side. I don't know if you can actually technically call it decoupaging when you just use Pritt stick on one side of it, because don't you have to put like another layer on top of it for it to be decoupaged? Anyways, you know what I mean, that's what I'm doing. So to back my spooky skull lady, I have this paper, which is a Tim Holtz one. I think I got it in a kit last year. It has like spooky vintage adverts on one side and then the damask on the other, which is a flock, so it's like really tactile and textured and stuff, but it also kind of spooky in a way. So that's on the back of that. And then because the plastic image thing is slightly see-through, you can actually see those spooky vintage adverts behind it, so I really like the way that works. Then just a scrap here of some paper with some skulls on, so I just kind of cut around the shape of the skulls and I'm going to stick that down on the side. I wanted to keep some of that green paper in the background with that spooky distressed damask pattern. I think that was a Santoro Gorgeous paper. I think, not sure. But yeah, I just wanted to keep a little bit of it because it went with the theme of the kind of spooky Victorian lady, as well as I've got the damask on the reverse of her picture as well. So as I said, I wanted to keep some of it visible, but I also wanted to collage loads of other bits on top of it. So pretty much everything I'm using is just leftover Halloween scraps from previous years. This here is the Pink Paisley Spellcast collection, which was from 2017, and I have lots of bits and scraps left over from that. So I've got like a fussy cut flower and like a little cut apart card from the 6x6 pad, and like that vintagey looking witch, and I put that on another journal card, which I don't know where that journal card is from actually. I think I might have been sent that in some Happy Mail because I don't recognise the collection. And then just bringing in things like some stickers and bits and pieces, all from, yeah, the Halloween scraps box. As I said, most of it is from that Pink Paisley collection, which I highly doubt I'll be able to find links to because, yeah, it came out in 2017, but you might do, you never know. But just random phrases and words, and there's like a long washi style sticker that's got spiders on, and I just keep putting things down. There's the little gold moths which I fussy cut from the 6x6 paper pad, which if you were around on my channel back in 2017, I did a Halloween series and I was obsessed with those gold moths. I like put them on everything. I love them so much, and I had some leftover ones, so I've put them all over this Halloween spread. This washi here I'm just using to tip in that, I keep calling it a photo, it's not a photo, the image, whatever it is, the spooky image. I didn't have any wide Halloween washi, so I just chose a black and white one that would go with the overall theme, because I thought a wide washi would be better to use that to tip in, just because it was quite thick and heavy and I didn't trust normal size washi for that. But again, I'm just collaging different stickers and leftover bits and pieces onto there, ripping up my spiderweb washi and my bat washi. I don't have as much Halloween washi as I would like, actually, thinking about it. I should rectify that for next year. And oh, that was quick. That is that Halloween spread done. So just 2 spreads for this week, but I hope you enjoyed them. Make sure to check out Ellen Oscar journals. As I said, she didn't ask me to do anything, any videos or anything. I just did them because I genuinely really loved the stuff she sent me. So yes, her links will be below, as well as any other links that I can find to things used like ink colours and that sort of thing. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Chat me down in the comments, and I'm going. Thanks so much again. Bye bye.